Hi, this is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Hey guys, we're going to talk about my favorite subject today, which is sales. All right, we got a great subject for you, and we think it's going to be awesome. So let's go ahead and dive right on. And remember, we're always talking about everything that's got to do with selling. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking about. Our subject for today is give your customers their 15 minutes of fame. Why? Okay, everybody, let's talk basics. Okay, we work for customers. That's as basic as you can get it. We got customer service agents that are talking to people over the phone. We're salespeople are talking to people over the phone and in person. We're always selling, and we're always trying to deal with customer service. We're dealing with their 15 minutes of fame. If you look at each customer like this, especially if you're in sales or if you're cross-selling or if you are working in a call center and you're wanting to be really good at your job, you have to pay attention to the basics. And here's a real basic thing. You got to give your customer their 15 minutes of fame. What does that mean? Okay, first of all, if they're calling you or if they have an issue, you know, they're like tissues, they're going to pop up all the time. But our whole customer service thing should be that, hey, let's resolve this, let's take care of the customer, and let's get another referral. Okay, this is sales, guys. This is real business. I'm going to tell you the hard stuff, the warts, you know, the grind. It's a part of the whole thing. You got to give your customers their 15 minutes of fame. And what that means is, listen, you're going to have a searching party. You're going to go and ask pertinent questions to find out how you can fix or take care or add on to this issue that the customer's bringing to your attention. Okay. If you're a salesperson and you're trying to sell something, you're a part of customer service too. So don't think that you're not important and that you don't matter. Remember, the customer needs their 15 minutes of fame. So one of the first things they're going to be like is they're not going to be used to somebody being nice to them, first off. If they've had to deal with any customer service in the past, they probably had somebody that didn't treat them real nice, or they're talking to a machine. That ain't good customer service. Good customer service is listening, because we got 2 ears. Asking good questions of the customer, because, you know, probably if they're contacting us, they got a reason for it already. So you kind of have an idea of what you're working with. It ain't all in the blue. Now, if you have a customer, remember, give them their time to break down your process. They're thinking, hey, somebody's trying to sell me something at first. They're going to try to put up a wall. But what you try to do is you try to bring down that wall within the first 14 seconds. You're being already prejudged in advance by people coming up to you, hearing you over the phone, and so forth. But we can break through that with a great process, a great script. And remember, you got to give your customers time to reflect. Sometimes customers are going to be irate. Sometimes they're going to be frustrated. They were promised this, they were promised that. And I'm going to tell you what, that's got to be stressful for a customer. But if you're working in the customer service business or you're working in sales, this could be a real stressful time for you too. So what we have to do is we have to kind of like, you know, put ourselves to the side and look at it from the customer's point of view. They want somebody to hold them, help them, make sure that what they're trying to do is done right the first time. I don't know about you, but when I get good customer service and people do a good job for me on the first time and I ain't got to call back or I don't got to go see these people over and over and over again, I feel pretty good about it. You probably do too. Now remember, if you don't take care of them the first time, you can leave a bad taste in their mouth sometimes. But hey, sometimes you can leave them in a good way. And then your next approach, the next time you call them or you go by and see them, it's like that first part was done. So what you want to do is give your customers, and remember this, their 15 minutes of fame. When they call, go ahead and listen to the bitch fest. If they got something bad to say, okay, that's okay. Don't be a part of it. Don't feed into it. Just direct the call. You want to kind of ask, well, what do you really want me to do? And believe it or not, after a few minutes, they'll say, damn, somebody's asking me really what I want to do. That's something different. So listen, ask them, what can I do for you? And they'll break it down for you. As a matter of fact, because you let them go ahead and just throw up all over you with a bad attitude and just frustration, you're just going to You just made a sell if you're trying to sell something. You're just giving these customers this ammunition to say, dang, I think I did do the right thing. I'm actually talking to a real customer service agent. I'm talking to a real salesperson. So listen, bad feelings and anger and frustration is just a part of being a salesperson. Issues are like tissues, and they'll pop up often. But it's how we deal with our issues. It's how we deal with, our customers. Should we be rude to them? I don't think so. They'll get rid of you eventually if they find out you're being rude to their customers. And if you start losing sales and stuff because of your talking down to the customers or disrespecting clients or just making an attitude where you don't care, they'll fire you. But if you're a smart salesperson, I know you are, especially if you're getting into sales or if you've been in it for a while, you got to ask yourself, how can I make people feel important? Give them their first 15 minutes of fame. Give them their 15 minutes of fame, guys. I'm just telling you, it's a very simple thing. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, and all kinds of great things in sales. But the truth is that you have to take this as a step. You have to learn step by step and guide. A lifestyle of selling is really, really important. And when we put in our mind that we know that our customers are important, that they can get this 15 minutes of fame. Think about yourself. What's most important in your life right now? You got a salesperson trying to sell you something. What's going on in your life every single day? I ain't saying get a pity party when you call on these people because you got something to sell. You got to sell it. But listen, you got to think about how you like to be sold. How do you like to buy stuff? How do you like to be treated? So in return, what we give is what we get. I ain't saying it sounds easy every day. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. I'm just going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But if you give a customer 15 minutes of fame, I ain't saying for 15 minutes. It could be an hour. It could be longer than that. It could be very, very important to the customer. Remember, they may only tell one good person that they were taken care of, but if you do something wrong, they're going to probably tell a whole bunch. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and give our customers a feeling of respect. We're going to give them opportunity to share their feelings. We're going to go ahead and diffuse the situation. We're going to let the customer know that, hey, we are listening and we do care. That's what's important, because you can sell a lot of things if people know that you care. Now, if you give them an attitude, they're going to go buy it from somebody else, or they're not going to tell you as a manager that, hey, your people there are talking to me ain't doing their job and they're treating me like crap. They'll just go somewhere else with a bad attitude. And you don't want that. You're branding your name. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. That's my brand. I'm trying to figure out how to be the best person I can be. And I believe that's what you're trying to do too. Now give your customers their due process. Give them their 15 minutes of fame. And don't give them an attitude. Look, you got a job. If you get to sell stuff, you get to work on commission. You get to make a lot of money. If you work in a call center, or if you're working in an environment where people you have to call or they call you and you have to help them, dang, that's what they pay you for. Don't be rude. Be extra nice and smile. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, and my favorite thing is, like I said, sales. I love everything about sales. Keep on smiling. Keep on smiling. It's like my mantra. It's important and we matter. Salespeople, we need this forum. We need to be able to share our real feelings.